Hi folks, today we're going to take a look at the bail arraignment of Lane Myers. Now, as we all know, Lane Myers was in court earlier this week and was arrested for violating his bail conditions. But before we start today's video, as always, a big thank you to all of my current and new channel members and subscribers. Without all of your support, I couldn't keep the channel going, so I want to thank you all personally from the bottom of my heart. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the page. Leave a like and a comment because it helps me with the algorithm. Don't forget to check out my second channel, NCR Movie Network, and the podcast, the Craptown Florida Man Power Rankings. Episode 27 is out right now. With all that being said, let's enjoy today's video.
Myers? Angel? You go out the door, sit with the middle, right? Okay, well,
Good evening. Can I please have your full name?
yes, sir. Lane Jeffrey Myers.
Good evening, Mr. Myers. You are here on charges of aggravated harassment. 3 charges of aggravated harassment alleged to have occurred between on or about March 13th and March 17th. I understand the private counsel is present on the line.
No, Your Honor. I'm OCAC. I was appointed to his earlier case and was surprised with being arrested in court today. Given the situation, that's why I got approved from OCAC to appear this evening, assuming I will be appointed on this one as well.
Yeah, okay.
Now, before we go any further, I believe some context is required. Now, Lane was already facing harassment charges for harassing some people who worked at a medical center. And upon his bail conditions was he was no longer to make any forms of communications with them or any other harassing actions. However, Lane continued to make videos on his YouTube channel, doing live streams, putting out these people's information, their names, their photos, and contacting the victims' families, and encouraging his followers to do so. Hence why he was arrested at his recent court hearing and, well, is being in this bail hearing.
So I will point you to this matter as well, Mr. Parvin. Is that good?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Reviewed the pretrial services assessment. State's recommendation.
Your Honor, Rachel Stiles for the state. Your Honor, he is on felony release. He was released on the 14th of this month to pretrial services. He has 2 of the offenses or felony offenses alleged to have been committed while on felony release. So for that reason, we would ask for him to be held without bond, thus pursuant to Article 2, Section 22, and we would request a no bond hearing to be set.
Okay.
Your Honor?
Mr. Parvin, go ahead.
Yes, first of all, I was just looking online. It said charging alternate correction. I don't know if the complaint's been filed. I was just only looking at the website, so I wasn't sure if the actual complaint was entered yet or the charge. But in regards to that, Mr. Myers, none of these offenses are violent. They would be bailable as a matter of right if they're all filed at the same time. Mr. Myers has never missed court. And in fact, this is kind of gotten media attention where there's numerous people posting about it. It's not maybe even across the world based on a YouTube channel. There's multiple people that are making videos. It's not Mr. Myers. That is the problem. The state keeps accusing Mr. Myers of felonies that he didn't do if he's not the one who made the video.
Shenanigans.
No.
Shenanigans.
No.
And we're calling shenanigans, folks, because Lane's lawyer is misleading the court. Now, he's trying to throw the blame on everybody else but Lane. But Lane has been making these live streams. He's been making Photoshop photos of his face on the children of one of the victims' families. Not to mention, he has been putting out their information. He's encouraged his followers to contact their places of employment, their families. Yes, Really Cool News has done news stories on these live streams, but have not done anything that would endanger the victims in the cases because they don't put out their information, unlike Lane. And Lane's friends are the ones also putting out these videos showing the exact same footage from Lane's live streams. One of the people in question would be Frauditor of This Is a Public Service. And let's not forget, Lane has gone off the deep end with his most recent accusations of DirectD trying to unalive him.
That's what the trial's for. Next Friday, the court set an evidentiary hearing next Friday on whether Mr. Myers, in fact, violated any release conditions or did anything the state's alleging now. It was quite a surprise to be picked up on new charges when we have this hearing next Friday to determine whether there's any basis or not. With that in mind, Your Honor, Mr. Myers also got permission to proceed pro se for that hearing. He needs to prepare for that hearing where the state's going to present videos and evidence next Friday. It's already set. There's no threats of violence or anything. Mr. Myers is not a threat to anyone. There's no reason why he can't be released and then go to this hearing on Friday. And if the state proves their case on Friday, where there's more likely than not for a purpose of that evidentiary hearing that these offenses were committed, then yes, at that time, Mr. Myers can be brought into custody next Friday. But if they can't, well, that's the real problem. And certainly right now, Your Honor, it's given the fact there's no violence alleged and there's so many people involved here on YouTube and doing things that Mr. Myers may or may not even know about. It's not really fair to keep him in custody, Your Honor, when he...
No, Lane is aware of this. He did a live stream recently where he found out about Really Cool News doing news articles about his ongoing legal matters and these live streams he's doing. He's made threats to file lawsuits against Really Cool News, not to mention he threatens everyone else who makes a video that puts him in a negative light. Lane is aware of all of this. If his lawyer here is not aware of that, perhaps he should do some more research.
He's gone to every single court date. He hasn't missed anything. He submitted his own motions explaining why he thinks this case is unfair to him. All we're asking for, Your Honor, is to maintain the current hearing of next Friday where this all gets settled and that Mr. Myers be released with any conditions the court determines. Maybe, obviously, no contact with the victim. That's not going to happen. Given the situation, maybe the court, for at least 1 week, could order Mr. Myers no participating in any YouTube videos, whether it's his own or a third-party video, just no doing interviews, at least for 1 week. I think that, okay, Mr. Myers, until we get that hearing next Friday, that way, if anything does happen, we know it's not Mr. Myers doing it. And that's what I think would be fair, Your Honor, if you offer release conditions, because even though there is an alleged felony on pretrial release, if you look at the standard, you have to find there's enough evidence right now that it's a great likelihood where the felony was committed before you can make it non-bailable.
So, Your Honor.
Now let's go over something real quick. Lane has been violating his bond conditions by continuing to harass people. And, well, according to Arizona law 13-2921, harassment, a person commits harassment if the person knowingly and repeatedly commits an act or acts that harasses another person, or the person knowingly commits any one of the following acts in a mean to harass. 1. Contacts or creates or causes any communication with another person by verbal, electronic, manufactured, telephonic, telegraphical, or written means. Lane's live streams where he's calling these people out and threatening them would be a violation of his bond conditions because he is continuing to harass these individuals. Creating of the live streams would be the evidence of making communications to harass another.
Rachel Stiles, again, that is not correct. The court does not have discretion tonight to do anything other than to hold him no bond. He is then entitled to a no bond hearing, and then at that hearing, then the state will put on the evidence to meet the standard. So for tonight's purposes, it's just that he is alleged to have now committed new felonies while on felony release, so a no bond hearing must be set.
That's not what the rule says for initial appearance, though. The court at least says to find probable cause and go into the bail requirements.
It does.
I'm looking at, at least the court has at least find sort of probable cause for the complaint, whatever evidence is presented. And then let's go into the next rule on right to release. And that's where it says the court can do that. It has to at least have some evidence why Mr. Myers would be a danger. The court still has to find a reason why he needs to be held up on tonight.
Yes.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
The court has.
Thank you both. Identify probable cause to believe that one or more of the offenses has been committed, I will grant the state's request to hold the defendant without bond, set a no bond hearing for March 25th at 2:30 in the afternoon. Mr. Parvins, you are appointed as counsel.
What time is it? Is it March 25th?
March the 25th at 2:30 in the afternoon, sir.
Okay, that should barely work.
Thank you for being flexible, sir. That's it for tonight. Mr. Parvins, you're excused. Mr. Meyer, you're also excused.
And we're going to end the video here. Lane does have an upcoming bail hearing on the 25th to see if he will still remain in custody. But looking at the evidence and seeing everything that has gone down, I'm fairly certain he may end up staying in jail until the end of his trial. He's also looking at a possible 6 months to 2.5 years in prison for violating these conditions. So if you guys like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a thumbs up and a comment because it helps me with the algorithm. Don't forget to check out my second channel and the podcast. With all that being said, be well, be safe, and I'll see you guys next time. And a special thank you to all members of the news team. Without all of your support, I couldn't keep the channel going. So I want to thank you all personally from the bottom of my heart. You guys mean the world to me, and I can never thank you enough.